I want to say welcome back to Warioware, but there's like a lot more I could say. Like just like a list. Like we won't be able to get to all the jokes in time. So like okay, let me just start with the obvious one. How do you feel about our faithful remake?
This okay. So honestly, and I've said this so much, it's probably boring to hear. After Sun and Moon, I decided to not get worked up about Pokemon games anymore.
Even though honestly, it's Ultra Sun and Moon that should have been, because Sun and Moon was great and awesome and fight me. Anyways,
No, well, yeah, Sun and Moon. No, but that's the thing. It's like Adventure Time Season 6. Sun and Moon were fine games, and I finished playing them, and I just thought, yeah, these are fine. I'm not going to get excited about a Pokemon game again. And so far, it's worked out. And even though there are a lot of things that annoy me, it's like whatever. But seeing honestly, it's literally just straight up revisionist history about people trying basically say, you guys wanted Diamond and Pearl, and that's what you got. But no, the only thing people say about Diamond and Pearl is that Platinum and Heart Gold and Soul Silver saved Gen 4. Like, it's infamous for being so subpar compared to Platinum. And now people are trying to convince you, viewer, and me that no, Diamond and Pearl is what we wanted all along. No.
but
No.
dude, it's all going to be fixed with the Battle Frontier DLC.
And that as well, and I said this, and I was, and I just, and I didn't want to sound so doom and gloom. Like, yeah, they're going to sell you like the Battle Frontier, but who knows at this point? Who knows? And honestly, like I said, because I don't mind that the game looks to me subpar, because like I said, I don't get worked up about Pokemon games anymore. But the whole discussion surrounding it actually just makes me feel really, really annoyed, because it's like, no, this is just not true. No one has. People have wanted Platinum the entire time.
Like Black and White too, I can sort of get, but like there was something I read about the fact that Black 2 was the worst selling mainline game, even though it had so much content, and so people think that afterwards, or like Game Freak, or at least the directors, Masuda, would be like, okay, fine, let's just cut back on all this stuff since our efforts clearly aren't paying off.
But that doesn't make any sense. Black 2 only sold so poorly because it came out pretty much after the 3DS came out.
Was it 3DS?
Like, it was very late into the... Yes, it was very late into the DS's lifetime. If not after the 3DS came out, then very close to the end. Like, no one thinks Majora's Mask was a failure because it came out right at the end of the N64's lifetime. It seems like another excuse. It just seems like an excuse. Like some sort of constant justification.
Well, no, that's just it. Technically, it's not so much a justification, more like it's trying to find out what the excuse they're using is. So, like, amongst all this stuff, because, as I said, I still love the anime and the others. I still read Pokemon Special, and I just love the Pokemon Evolutions. That's just go. Everything else is going well, and so like, I don't think I'm going to get tired of the entire franchise anytime soon. But considering the games are really the main thing, or at least from the beginning, it's like, okay, what are you doing? I mean, there's got to be a point in the businessman mindset where it's just like, just because you can get away with it doesn't mean you should do it, especially considering the repercussions
when
later.
you have the complete uncritical support of so much of the fan base. Why bother? Like if there was a backlash big enough without
which I
the
almost thought
huge amounts of
Sword and Shield would
support.
have caused.
It did, but there's just so much people who support it, and here's the thing, because I don't care if you love Pokemon games. Genuinely, I'm perfect because I'm not one of those. The series, we need to send a message because I'm just done. I've moved on. So I don't care if you enjoy every Pokemon game and Sword and Shield's your favorite Pokemon game and you hate Black 2. I do not care. But
I mean, I kind of care if you hate Black too, but okay.
I mean, yeah, I can't. Yeah, you know what I mean. But like the way people are demonized for and it's exclusive. Two things: it's exclusive to Twitter, but it's exclusive to Pokemon. Because and this is what kind of blows my mind as well. Just a week ago,
I
everyone was
so
cloning.
almost messed this up at the very beginning. Because I just was like, how do I handle this?
This seems like something I'd be interested in a full mini game for. Not a full game, but a mini game in a game that I just go back to and play a lot. That is cool. But yeah. What was I saying?
People are angry at people for having this opinion.
Yeah, just literally a week ago, people were tearing into Nintendo for subpar Switch Online and saying it's something and this is what you wanted, but it's clearly not good enough. And people defending it were made fun of and good. And just a week later, Pokemon fans are just like, I wanted Platinum. And they're getting absolutely torn to shreds for saying, I just wanted Pokemon Platinum. And I just don't get it. What is it about Pokemon? I mean, there's some of it in Paper Mario, there's some of it in Smash Bros. But it's nothing like Pokemon. I don't know what makes Pokemon specifically get away with this. I just don't get it.
That almost sounds like a thesis paper study. Considering you wrote about Steven Universe for your final exam, it sounds like if you went to advanced communication, you could do something with this.
Yeah, I did. I just remember that I did. That was a good essay.
I swear, if it just the fact that it could be something like that. I mean, okay, I don't exactly know if they still do this, but they basically have certain essays where you know how like there are example questions for the essay. Basically, they would have proposed answers like, this is considered the quintessential answer to this question, and thus you need to study exactly how this works. I'm just like wondering if there would be some sort of situation like, I mean, I don't remember the grade you got. I don't even think you ever specifically said it. But, like, that essay would be just so unique, but also so well considered, that at one point, like, a board of lecturers would just look at it and it's like, yes, and it ties back to popular culture of the day, so while dated, it can be easily referenced in the future. And it's
Your thought has gone on for so long that I'm no longer sure what you're talking about.
I'm saying, I'm saying, like, what if your essay about Steven Universe got the treatment where it's used as a quintessential answer in one of those questions?
I should point out to the viewers, it was not about Steven Universe exclusively.
Well, yeah.
I also included Blue's. What was I saying about it? It also had Blue's Clues. I do not remember what I said about.
So
I need to go. But
The
yeah,
point still stands. Just like, what if later on you just see those question and answer things, the quintessential stuff, and your thing about Steven Universe's Blue's Clues show up?
that would be.
I mean, would they contact you for something like that?
It probably depends. I guess it depends on if they think it's something that's. I guess it depends on the corporation. Some probably would, but some probably wouldn't.
Hmm. Well, remember, technically, the school we went to is very prestigious on a global scale,
It's true.
which is, again, still something I just cannot fathom. Like, okay, the school isn't bad. It's not bad, and just like there are things just like, oh, the school will crush you, or oh man, they just don't care about physical hygiene or whatever. Just like, no. But there were certainly problems. And I'm just like, okay, I'd call it a good school, but prestigious? It just makes me think, what's the thing going on? Is it specifically that we're with all the stuff that we've been having to deal with otherwise through our trials, our performance is just amazing? Or is there something else that they're doing that relatively is just so much better than other countries? I don't quite get it.
I mean, so some schools have to be good. We're just lucky that we got one. Well, one of those.
Well, yeah, I guess statistically, sure, but I'm just saying, from what we experienced, it was the same thing of just like, I had some good classes, I had some bad classes. There were a few classes where I absolutely had a great time, and there was one class where I literally did not learn. I could not learn anything, and I had to do it over one time, and I still failed. And only on the third time I took the class, which was the last time until if I failed it, then my degree would have stalled. And it was just like, okay, I'm going to go study on my own, not even attend class, because I know that stuff doesn't help me. And then I actually did it that time. It's like
Yeah, I guess it depends on the class in that case. I remember once I failed a class and had to do redo. It didn't fail. I only failed the exam, so I had to redo that specific exam. And I remember everyone stepping out of that exam going, "Yeah, that was like twice as hard as the one we all failed." So that's lovely. But I somehow managed to pass it. But I came out of that saying, "Yeah, see you guys next year, everyone." We're all just high fiving because it was just ridiculous.
I mean, in my case, like, I already told you, just between the critical reading thing, where just like I just so happened to do it the last year before they raised the grade average, so I managed to pass. But like, something else was that there is apparently a teacher who is a very hard marker for political psychology, and he's like very well known for it, but like he's fair. He's like the hard but fair kind of thing, where he just like, it's not bullcrap how he marks, but he demands that that you know what you're doing. And like, I didn't quite get that, but I went to
This is really, really funny.
what? Oh, the scenario.
Ashley is so iconic, and yet she gets nothing in Smash Bros. And I think that's very funny.
She gets
But
her
continue what
song
you're saying.
over and over.
She gets her song. Everyone's like, "Yeah, Ashley, come back." I mean, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't make fun of it. I'm not one of those people who makes fun of people for their character not being in Smash Bros. I don't really
Yeah,
do that.
that's a low even you won't step to. Okay, that made it sound even weirder. Let's move on. But yeah, so basically, I just put it to like, I just went in the exam, and I did it. I came out, and it turns out I did well, and just like, apparently if I got like a B plus. Apparently, if I got an A on that, then even my mother would have acknowledged me because she went to the same university and he was notorious and like to the point where she
Hmm.
wait what?
That
Yes,
was
that was
very
something.
interesting.
Yes, it was. But apparently, just like um, to the point where even for long, because he's been at that school for a long time. If I got an A, then that would have just absolutely proved to literally just like everyone like, oh man, I'm really good at what I'm doing. Sure, B plus is enough for me for that fact, but like, it still kind of sucks that I came so close.
Yeah.
Um, Either way, to actually talk about WarioWare for a little bit. Um,
I was gonna say something else about Pokemon.
oh, okay, just get that out of the way
The
first then.
the thing that really confuses me about this discourse is that this isn't. No one is asking something unreasonable because the precedent. People are just expecting the precedent that's been set from Heart Gold until Soul Silver and even somewhat Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Like, I don't understand why people think just expecting what's already been done before is unreasonable.
Oh, right, I completely forgot. That also deals with our perfect little friend, the Auto XP share.
Awful. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna say it because I don't want to spend too much time talking about Pokemon. This episode is probably gonna be called the one where we talk about Pokemon.
I mean, you know I'm gonna at least try to be creative.
The thing is, people say, hey, you need to have
What a wonderful kind of game.
nothing's wrong with the XP share always being on. This is just what every RPG does. And like, fine. But then you say, we need some difficulty options like every RPG does. And they go, no, it's Pokemon. It's supposed to be easy. And it's just nothing is ever consistent. The only consistent factor in these arguments is that the games need to be defended. I just don't get it.
Well, I mean, the first theme song kind of spurred people along.
Yeah, so that's my 2 cents on the new games.
I'd say that's a little bit more than 2 cents, but okay.
Yeah, I am. Even though I say I've moved on from Pokemon. I am a little disappointed, just a tiny bit, because even though I didn't get my hopes up too high, because I knew something could happen when more information is released, I was still thinking this might be the one I get. This might be the first thing I get in Sun and Moon, and no, so I guess not.
Well, at least you can use your $60 on insert 4 indie games here.
Yeah, probably by what's that game called?
Cruisin' World.
Eastward.
Never mind.
I mean, actually, I'd probably get Cruisin' World too. Cruisin' World is 40 or is it 20? I don't remember. That's the thing. Someone on Twitter said it, and it really occurred to me like, yeah, this is probably the first time I played nothing for my entire generation. Like, oh wow, I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, I just skipped an entire generation, and this is probably just gonna be normal now. So, or whatever. So yeah, now I'm done talking about Pokemon.
Okay. Well, either way, I love how in this, Ashley goes to the club with everybody else anyways, but she just stands there and does nothing.
Yeah, that sounds consistent. At least they didn't just make her dance for no reason.
I mean, in Warioware Gold, they do imply that just like she does have fun with everyone, just on a slight on just like a what's a word I'm looking for? On like a level that's just she'll be there. She'll contribute. She'll do the things you need her to do. She'll like they go and they have like a potluck for food, and she brings her own stuff, which you know is weird. But no, the thing she brings is weird. But she did it earnestly,
There's a
and she
WarioWare after WarioWare Gold.
was that?
There's a WarioWare after WarioWare Gold. WarioWare
Yes,
Gold was a 3DS one.
yeah, and
What's the
then
Switch one called?
um, oh man, I am crap. I am drawing a blank right now. Because like all the I haven't gotten too familiar with this one so far, so I don't quite remember, but I do remember the mechanics. Because they're somewhat unique this time.
Yeah.
But it I always just like, well, first off, WarioWare has this like little retro-ish style that's not too retro with how they how they do certain things, and it kind of just it's just kind of cool to just have that, and it's sincere, and it gels with what's going on, and of course it, the fact that if you think about it, this is Wario's town with Wario's friends, like actual friends, and
He has more friends than Mario.
well, yes, Mario just has fans basically. Well, unless it's Paper Mario, but now they're just Toads. But like, basically, it's so weird that Wario is the one who's just like, here's a normal, I guess normal-ish town with a normal-ish life going on, and Wario is part of it. That's the guy. It's just just kids go to school, and there's a club that everyone hangs out with.
They frame it around Wario wanting to make money with these things. I think because of that, they're free to make him as chill and kooky and friendly as possible. Because it's just framed around, oh, he's greedy, guys, don't worry. And this is not a knock against it, but it's just something
Well,
that's
yeah, because
interesting.
he's still a jerk, but not enough of a jerk that everyone doesn't want to hang out with it. Because, like, here's the thing. Even in WarioWare Gold, even when when two groups of friends, one goes to the club and one goes to the food potluck, they don't. Wario's busy holding a tournament at the time and that's a plot. So Wario's not there. But both groups at some point say, next time we should invite Wario, and they're all cool with that. And that's just something about that is just so weird. Like not weird bad, but just it's hard to it's unique. It's unique conceptually, I guess, and it's hard to really understand it properly. If anything, I'm just gonna go and stop by TV Tropes after this to see if I can put things into words.